Hello, everybody watching this. I've had to address this a lot over the last while, so I figured I'm gonna just make a video we can link back to and hopefully save me some time because it's lengthy and it's important, so I don't want to just glance over it. The partouf thing's a pretty big deal. I don't think it was the motivating factor. A lot of people who were gonna sub for 12 months would sub for 12 months regardless of the partouf. I could be wrong, but the point is I've got these coins and sitting way over there's bags, and it's like 200 or 300 of them. I get nothing from holding on to them, so I want to make it clear before I say anything. I want to find a way to send these out to you. Unfortunately, a couple of big things have changed over the last couple of years. Part of this really frustratingly actually has to do with some political stuff. I'm not going to get too much into it, but basically it's very expensive to send stuff to the United States, whereas it wasn't before. I live in Canada, for those who are unaware, and before Zombie Grub, she had all the partoufs and she'd mail them out from the States, and it was no problem. And the cost ratio to sending them out wasn't so bad. Like I said, the cost of minting the partouf per person, even at its scaled rate, plus the cost of sending it out, was equivalent to anywhere between like 6 to maybe 8 or 10 months, depending on how long you or how far away you were. So like sending these out wasn't a problem before. But now that Zombie Grub's not really full-time with the channel and she doesn't want to do the mailing stuff anymore, it's been left to me. And in Canada, to send these out, I have to do a couple of things that's very terribly annoying that she didn't have to in the States. One is anything that leaves Canada, I have to fill out paperwork for, which sounds dumb. It's a coin. Can't you just put it in an envelope? And the answer to that should be yes, but sadly it's no. So I have to fill out paperwork because this gets classified as a small package. That makes it more expensive. It's also just very time consuming too. I'm not here with excuses, but just reasons why right now it's not worth sending out. We just lose out on money. And even though we've already spent the money making the coins, the cost of sending them is almost doubled from what it was 2.5, 3 years ago. I don't know if that's changing anytime soon. So we're looking and we're exploring ways to do this more effectively. There's some mass mailing options I've been looking into with some companies, but frankly, those are scaled at a much higher rate than what we send partoufs out for. So here's the long story short for the partoufs. I want to find a way to get these sent out to people who have been subscribed to the channel. Again, I want it to be this really cool commemorative thing. We've been looking at several different options for months now, and a couple of the ones that seem to be most likely, but I'm still not comfortable with going with just yet, are one, allowing people who hit a year to just pay for the shipping if they want. Like if you're like, fuck it, you know what? Like I don't care. It's $5, it's $10, it's whatever. Let me just donate that and you ship me the coin. That's an option we may look into. It's more work, but it's something I'm willing to accommodate because like I really, this is a community thing. It's a really cool memorabilia of being part of the StarCraft channel for so long. The other part of it, the other thing we're looking at too is possibly just increasing the months required to get a partouf. Like I said, right now for being subbed for 12 months, it ends up being really not worth it for us to send you out one. But if it's like, oh, you've been subbed for 2 years or 16 months or something, whatever the better cost ratio is, then maybe that'll be the new way to go about doing it. The thing is, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot by putting us in the poorhouse by trying to send out these cool things, right? So again, I have all these coins. I want to send them out to you guys. We're just exploring better ways to do it. And I know I've had a lot of people offer to do stuff like, oh, I live in the United States, just send them to me. I'll mail them out. And like, to be honest, I'm not really comfortable with that just because I don't want to end up having all these lost or stolen or whatever. And I'm not saying anyone who is suggested would be the type of person, but it's a concern, right? And I think it's a fair one. So I'm really trying to find options that are more realistic for me to handle. So apologies for the partouf thing. I know this is super annoying because a lot of you guys have been excited and waiting for it. I promise this is something that, while is not the highest priority to me right now, I am always looking and exploring for options. So maybe someone watches this and they know a sick life hack for the mail, or maybe somebody owns a shipping company. I don't know. But hopefully this is like a better where we're at. So when people ask, it's less confusing. My apologies. I do want to get this going again soon. And hopefully this video won't even be up for very long. But there you go. That's the partouf situation. Fixham11 says, it's understandable. Thanks anyways. It's a cool thing regardless. Yeah, it's a really cool thing. I always thought, like, here's the reasoning behind the partoufs in the first place, right? I always thought being part of a club or something would be cool. I never, cards on the table, guys. I'm a fucking loser. I never got to be part of a cool club. I never got to be like much of anything. So I always thought that if I ran a club, and obviously this is different than a club, right? But this is thinking like childish stuff. But like as a kid, I'm like, if I run a club, I want to have something for my members to show that they are part of the club. I want them to be proud of part of the club. And the thing is, like, you're not bringing this partouf coin out with you to a party and showing it off, and you're not like wearing it around your neck like a medallion, although some people have, and that's pretty fucking cool. I do want you to have something that you can say and like, look, whether I watched StarCraft 2 or not, I was part of this, right? I was part of this grassroots thing that blew up to be the biggest, coolest fucking thing, and this coin is like a physical reminder that like I was part of that, you know. So I really, they're important to me. I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to like just brush it off like it's nothing. But anyways, that'll be the stream. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm very tired. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know it's not StarCraft again, blah blah blah, but it's fun. I like WoW. It's probably one of my favorite games. A lot of people hate it right now, and that's fine. Excuse me.